Hello, hello, hello. What's
Oh,
good,
hello.
people? It is currently 6 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time, Monday, the 8th of July, 2024. Welcome to another amazing episode of The Game, which is a free weekly financial literacy webinar covering everything stocks, crypto, and we also talk to founders, which is a free, just making sure everything's working on YouTube every Monday, 8 p.m. till half 9 UK time since 2020. Free streams on Zoom, also co-streamed on live streamed on Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and replays on the same platforms as well. So let's get into the intro. We've got a very exciting episode today. For those who don't know who we are, Blockchain Sensei, we are the UK's leading Black and Asian owned Web3 solutions and financial literacy company. We solve many problems in the emerging technologies and AI sector, including but not limited to helping such companies raise capital, helping such companies with strategic business partnerships, and helping such companies with developers, coders, etc. That's what we do kind of on the back end. On the front end, we are obviously an education company. We do 3 free webinars a week, every Monday, 8 p.m. till half 9 UK time since 2020, of course, which is the game. Fridays, we do a show called NFT Fridays, where we talk about non-fungible tokens and digital assets. And Sundays is our charts and trading show. Big ups to Jay Johnson on the outstanding new content. I think this has definitely set a new precedent in Blockchain Sensei. Big ups to everybody on the content team, Jay, Storm, Xavier. I think everyone should, if everybody could please like and comment on this. I don't know why the engagement is so low, but this is a spectacular piece of content where Jay explains the Soulflare wallet and the ability to do in-app swaps. So you don't even, it's not like in Phantom where you need to go in Jupiter. If you know, you know. Oh yeah, yeah. Shout out to Dom as well. Yeah. So Dom, Storm, Jay, Xavier, Wukash. That's the content team. Yeah. And of course, we're still doing our Wednesday in-person meetup in Manchester. Big ups to our community member and friend Mark, who does some of our social media these days, and he came to create. He came to our weekly Wednesday meetup, and it was his first time in Manchester, so that's absolutely amazing. Click the link in our bio to join our free Telegram, join our free webinars, and also for our paid subscription service, which is called the Dojo. Um, I wonder if yeah, amazing. You can just search the dojo. So this is your unfair advantage for exponential gains. You basically get access to 5 private webinars that are even more high value than our freemium webinars. We show you the real behind the scenes to 5 and 6 figure accounts, give you access to early stage, and also we've got a results page. If you're not happy with it, we do need to get some reviews because we've got a sniper team of around, I think, 17 subscribers or something. But basically, we offer 100% money back guarantee, and nobody has asked for their money back, which is fantastic. Let's get into the disclaimer terms and conditions. We'll get into today's episode where Mr. Harding is in Brussels. Let me just make sure, is Mr. Harding here? He's not here though. Is he coming in? Okay. Okay. Legal schmeagle, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Disclaimer terms conditions. All content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only, and they should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets, nor place any trades. Please always do your work, guys. Research. Our content is intended and should only be used for informational use only. It's very important to do your own analysis before making any investments, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. Alternatively, independently research and verify all and any information you may find on our show that you may wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with what, guys? So that's why you must always do your own work, guys. Yeah. Neither myself, Keish, Ken are financial advisors. We do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we're working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. If you're unable to mitigate your risk, what should they do, Keish, if they can't mitigate their risk?
Contact us immediately and we shall get you in touch with an accredited financial advisor.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
that's the legal schmeagles out of the way. Ninja, I know obviously we had technically speaking on a Sunday. I don't normally chime into them, right? But we've had a little bit of movement in the markets and things happening. We saw the alt dip down quite a bit. I want to hear a little bit about your thesis and your opinion on that. Not heavy, not dojo level heavy, but I think it'll be cool to just cover that a little bit while we're waiting here for Mike.
My basic consensus is there's gonna be a few more fake outs, and then we're gonna reach an actual bottom. I'm
Mm-hmm.
calling for
Let me see how close you are to my numbers.
58,500 BTC. It may not get there, but I'm also looking out for a 1.8 trillion market cap. We had like a quick wick to like 1.89.
Yeah.
I believe that right now is a fantastic and great time to accumulate altcoins as long as you can be open and firm a drawdown. But my market consensus is still a relatively bearish summer, at least for a couple of weeks. But
Mm-hmm.
prepare for more pullback. But definitely by latest September, I see the markets turning around in time for the election. And that's my
Now,
general thesis.
could you give me my co-host? I can share my screen,
Yeah.
right? First thing I'm gonna say is, guys, be prepared, right? I have a lot of tabs. Just prepare yourself before I open this up. All right, cool. Anyway, uh, I've had these marked up for probably a number of years now. These points in the market. Just looking at Bitcoin on Coinbase as an example, right? 61 here is an area that has to push through to get up into the regions above 70K, right? And yes, there are regions and areas down here, 51. There's a little area here, 54. But the ultimate down bad area here is 36,000, around about 36,000 and a half ish, between that and 34,000, which is down bad, right? Um, what do you think? Your opinions on these regions, and do you see it coming down further? Will it ever touch? Do you believe will it ever touch or get back to like these 30K regions, 35K ish regions, or
There would have to be a black swan event for it to pull by by that much. But
Mhm.
my thesis on Bitcoin pulling back isn't a technical analysis reason. It's more
Mhm.
of a macroeconomic liquidity reasoning. And basically, there's
Yeah,
what's called an air pocket in the Fed net liquidity that I believe still
yeah.
needs to be filled.
Oh, yeah. There's a gap that needs to be
And
filled.
yeah, it to me, just using common sense, because sense are technically speaking, for
Hmm.
those that missed it, just kind of repeat myself, going away from any overly complicated analysis, the pure
Yeah,
fact that it's summer holidays in July and August, where parents are spending the most money and people are most distracted, it doesn't make sense for them to pump the market yet. I feel like pumping the market closer towards the election makes more sense. And if I controlled the world and I wanted to flush out the non-coiners, I believe that the market needs to be tested a little bit more. Like it needs
yeah,
to there needs to be more like price action fear. It's very funny because the global fear and greed index is at 36, which is the lowest it's
yeah.
ever been. But for me, I'm still not. I don't have that all in buy signal. And you know what? I don't mind missing the absolute bottom to catch a slightly higher low, but to then put my money in the market at the momentum. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah, man,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm pretty happy with my convictions. I think every the average person should probably DCA. But I'm sticking with my conviction right now.
Yeah, makes sense. No, I heard that. Understood, man. Definitely. And I think we covered, on NFT Fridays quite a bit in regards to the NFT market, where that's at the moment, where people are at with it, etc. So yeah, no, I agree. I agree definitely, man. Um, yeah, there's been a lot of different things popping up, and I think there's going to be in the alt space a lot of obvious narratives like Ton, for example. I think there's going to be some good growth with Solana. There's quite a lot of different obvious ones that I think are definitely going to be good plays, but I'm always an infrastructure guy, man. I don't know if I'm a 10-year thinker or 15-year thinker or whatever you want to call me, but I'm always in love with very intelligent and high quality infrastructure players because I think that they will last the longest. And what we're seeing in tech as a whole, being deep in the space on the business side of stuff, is like a lot of people are very much so tech focused, but it's not always about the tech. It's the other side of it is the business acumen and actually um, making sure that you have the right strategies for building like a secure community. So I think it'll be interesting to see some narratives that come into play and how people are able to capture that and utilize that. But even in DeFi, there's a lot of new iterations and things coming out with Uniswap, for example, and there's like a new wave of DeFi that I think will come into play as well. But these are all at a later stage, blue chips into the alts, then things like that, DeFi plays, and then I think a lot of heavy plays on meme coins will be pumping up and running around, and we've seen a few flowing around. I think there could be some on Ton. I think there could be some floating around and growing within the space within this run, and I think that that's really the main narrative that I've seen at the moment. But yeah, I'm not really the biggest advocate for meme coins, or like I'm more focused and I enjoy utility projects and infrastructure projects more. Maybe I'm a bit too heavy and a bit too much of like a crypto nerd, like looking into like too much technical stuff. But I think that I'm always interested to see the plays and stuff that are happening in the RWA space. I'm interested to see how blockchain technology will integrate with AI technologies and sort of understand the future of what the next iteration of everything is and what direction it's going. So I think that yeah, those are some of the things that I'm most excited for at the moment and interested to see how they play out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, 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 yep. Any updates on Mr. Harding?
Yeah, I know that he had issues earlier today, so let's just hit. I'm gonna shoot something over on Telegram here to make sure he's all good. But yeah, oh, interesting. But yeah, there's lots of really cool events and stuff running at the moment, and that's always a good sign, right? When it comes to like bull market vibes, right? At events, bro, I'm seeing a lot of new random faces, and I'm seeing a lot of companies that came out of nowhere just popping up, and you know what I mean? It's getting interesting, and I think that's a good thing. You can see it in the community before you see it in the space, like fully. And I think seeing that there's a huge run of events, a huge lineup of big events coming into the space, well, I think a lot of people are definitely gearing up for it. And I think within this roughly about a 2 month time frame, we'll see a lot of things popping up and coming out, and a lot of really dope announcements coming into the space. So yeah, I think from a hands-on perspective we're getting early stage beginning signs of like there's a bull market when you start seeing random faces and you start seeing these new companies that come out of nowhere and all these new people. You're just kind of like, okay, cool. I think it's kind of starting now, you know.
Yeah, for me, one thing one thing for me that I'm really interested in, I'm highly interested now in this, in what I foresee to be relative choppy bearish summer. So relative choppy bearish summer means it's like we're going down, but the down is like down, up, ha, euphoria, no, and it's just like, and it's like we've definitely bottomed out. We've definitely bottomed out. Buy the dip, guys. Buy the dip. It's going up now. Back to the euphoria. And another low. And I believe it's going to be one of those kind of plays for summer. You know what I mean? So it's like what better way to get most people excited, and then oh, it's the bottom now, right? It's the bottom now, right? Yeah. And then once you do that enough times, people kind of give up, and I believe then the market's going to just start sending. That's my general consensus. Although I could be wrong, and I think it's going to start beaming, but I'm very interested in assets that you can get loans against. That's my number. That's one of my top criteria now. I'm not willing to hold any major positions now that aren't loanable against, because I feel like there's so much room for price action growth. If you acquire too many assets that aren't loanable against, um, in fact, obviously not financial advice, but I think it's actually a shame to have a portfolio that is less than 50% loanable against. It's quite
Yeah,
a high level,
yeah,
quite a high level thought. But I know a lot of people watching this. You'll have you'll have most of your money in altcoins, which is absolutely fine because you wanna bet on the mathematical multiple upside, right? You want to get 14x, 12x, 15x, whatever you think that you're gonna get, right, in your altcoins. But
mhm,
consider this: if less than 50% of your portfolio is loanable against loanable assets, including your average top 50, Arbitrum, AVAX, Polygon, Optimism. If you don't have these kind of things in your portfolio, you will probably reach a stage at some time in this bull market where you're going to want to put money in the market and then you run out of cash. And then you're
but
sitting
that,
on a pile of assets you can't
yeah,
loan against.
that's a high level skill. That's a very high level skill because you have to balance that out, manage it, maintain it, ensure that it's not getting liquidated, right? And
Yeah.
that's a huge skill. Because if you look in DeFi, for example, there's automated market makers that are literally going to eat up any form of liquidity gaps or spaces that they can take and liquidate out loans, etc. They've got systems like that integrated for it. So it's like a snap of a finger and it's activated and then it's gone, right. So yeah, that's high level games to understand, and I think that there's a lot of impact that can be made with that strategy, considering that in crypto it's completely normal to have 60% plus drawdowns, right? So yeah, I think that's a smart move there, and a cool perspective to have. But yeah, it's important. It's very important to understand, how you can utilize that for the upside if everything's going down at the same time. How to swap out and move out and maneuver. It's very active. Um, but I feel like we have quite a mix of active people that are actively trading in the charts majority of the day or majority of the week, right? But for the passive people that want to just accumulate, chill out, and stuff like that, do you still see like value in staking and getting yield? For example, staking ETH and staking like a blue chip asset and generating a yield that way. Do you feel like there is a possible long term strategy that might make sense where it's like you can put it somewhere where it's safe? And I don't know if that even exists, right? Because nothing is
Yeah,
guaranteed
so
in life.
nothing's guaranteed in it. But
So
I'd say with
yeah.
regards to staking, I mean, you should only if you're gonna stake now. Like that
Mm,
that's what I'm gonna say, because you should you should only stake if you're looking to stake for an absolute minimum of 3 months, absolute minimum. But
mhm,
really, you should look to stake for 6 to 12 months. And let's say, for example, let's say I won't name any altcoins, but let's say you find a good altcoin that's 12x from November 2021 or May 2021 all-time high. You speculate the narrative is going to turn around, it's going to beat the all-time high. Okay, so you speculate, let's say 20x. Let's say you get 10% APY. That 10% APY, if you times 10% by 20 and you actually get there, you're getting 200% APY on the fiat value. So you can make an
Yeah.
exponential gain, but um, for me personally, I don't choose to stake because I prefer loaning my assets against.
Hmm.
But I think for the buy and hold, the crazy thing is about this summit, it presents everybody with an opportunity to buy in summer 2024 and sell sometime summer 2025. Like it's literally the most clear 1 year trade in the world. So if you
Yeah.
want to take that 1 year trade or 6 months to 9 months, obviously you have to measure. Like there is a possibility the bull market will end before summer 2025, like before June, but that's extremely unlikely. I've been studying global liquidity or at least paying attention every single day for the past 5 months. And the consensus amongst Michael Howell, 42 Macro, amongst Rawl Paul, amongst other professors, more intelligent and more experienced and more connected than me, all the general consensus is bull market will end as early as 2025, as late as December 2025, and or will end somewhere in that range. So yeah,
Yeah.
Staking's good if you want to do that that 1 year trade.
Yeah, I like that, but I feel like I learned staking, and I went so deep into it that I became overstaked. If you get what I mean, I staked too much, and two
Mm,
is it's like I've realized that when you're staking, when your crypto's in that platform, it's their crypto, right? I've staked for long periods of time and had platforms just disappear. It doesn't exist anymore. That platform you can no longer log into, bro. Like it's just the platform's not there anymore. So I feel like um, the smartest way to stake, in my opinion, is through compounding and through swing trading while compounding. Just like you were saying, that 10x would become 100% is from a 10% yield, if you get what I mean, within that time. And I think accumulating more of that same asset is extremely important if you're looking to have growth within it, and if you know that within a certain period of time that value of it will go up by whatever percentage that may be. And I think that that's probably been one of the most powerful growth strategies that I've come across personally for myself with crypto and staking and compounding, etc. But it is a very hands-on, like you have to manage it pretty much daily. It's not a passive thing. But I think it's very interesting when the narrative is very good and the space is extremely healthy to have a look at things like that, because there's so much quick, easy, large growth movements. And as long as you're on a cheap platform that is cost effective for swapping, then you're all good, right? Um, but yeah, I think that that's been some of the biggest interests for me, from my perspective. But yeah, I'm excited to hear what's going on in Brussels and see what the consensus is at EFCC, because there's a lot of people in the industry. Basically, the whole industry has just gone over there. Only people that are not going over there are people like me and yourself that are just like, there's too much events going on. I'm just trying to lock in and get what I'm doing done, right? Um, so I think yeah, I think that we there's quite a lot of you know uh, movement happening there. We had also Token 2049, and we have a bunch of other events and things like that where and consensus as well, where I found a lot of people I was speaking to within the industry are just like, I'm there, and I'm locked in. Like nothing else is going on. There's so much people there that you can't even take meetings, you can't even reply to messages or anything. It's just locked in, and I think that's really cool to see that. Where stepping into that type of space and time within the industry, coming out of the bear market, sitting around during the bear market, and understanding where people were and what they were building, and where developer base is moving to and stuff like that was really interesting. And now it's like everyone's active now. People have built and they're ready to go. So it's very interesting and exciting to see the shift in the space and the growth. So yeah, but yeah, Mike should be joining with us shortly. So that should be good. And yeah, I'm excited to hear what's popping and going on in Brussels. Because yeah, literally everyone I'm speaking to, majority of everyone I'm speaking to is just out there now, and it's just like we're all just going out there. So yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. How are we doing, guys? Elias, is that a new person or Elias?
Elias.
Hi there,
Have you been
Elias.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my
Has
first
Elias been here
time.
before?
No, it's my first time.
Oh, welcome. How did you hear about this?
Basically, on Telegram, I just checked like Crypto Monday, I think.
Yeah.
Crypto Mondays. Yeah, yeah. So I just saw and then um,
Oh, nice.
I,
Yeah. So we run this webinar every single Monday, 8 p.m. till 9:30. We've been doing it since lockdown. Can find over 200 episodes on YouTube. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you can find everything there. This is for everyone as well. And basically, once a month, we do a collaboration with Crypto Mondays. Now, obviously, there's something going on, right? Obviously, Mr. Harding's obviously probably in some kind of in-person meeting right now, but yeah, once a month we do a collaboration with Crypto Mondays. And yeah, that's where we for example, well, we're actually doing it a bit more frequently now because the last one was on the 24th of the 6th. And that's when yeah, yeah, yeah. But formally we do a collaboration with Crypto Mondays once a month on a Monday. Yeah. But obviously right now I've probably got some technical problems. Um
So yeah. But yeah, we've covered quite a wide range of different stuff. Definitely talking about the ton ecosystem at the moment. Been uncovering a lot of projects and speaking to a lot of builders in the space, which we'll do later today. You're going to get to meet some founders and builders in the space, learn about their journey, get a flavor for what people are building and where people are at as well. Quite a lot of companies that have been raising, closing off their rounds, and just coming into the space as well. I think that's also a really dope thing to look for, and an area to look for when you're researching is, what companies are actually the most recent companies that have been invested by large investors, because majority of that information is public if you do your own research. And that also give you a good, clear understanding of what type of narratives are getting supported and where like it's always best to be early on, and there's a very small percentage of people that either look at it from that perspective, and there's an even smaller percentage of people that read reports. So we like to cover reports, deep dive on them as well to uncover the secret hidden gems that are not a secret because they're literally there to be read. um, and Yeah, that's a little bit of a overview of stuff that we do. So, but yeah, I think just waiting for Mike here, and then we should hopefully get some insight. I know as soon as Mike jumps in, it's gonna be like crazy, quick, and chaotic, grabbing people. You might see someone say, "I don't know what I'm here for," because you just got them straight on camera. Um, but yeah, it's always good fun and nice to meet people in the space. And um, yeah, I think it's always good as well to travel and see what the space is like in different regions because people have different concepts and ideas when you go to different countries, and you understand a little bit more how this whole Web3 narrative is being played. And there's the general trends and things like that. But what I've come to find is when you go to certain regions, you see a lot of a certain type of project, and that's like what they push or what they build out, and that's quite also interesting to get that perspective as well. But yeah.
So were you asking me what's my perspective?
I know you can share it though. I mean, I know probably in Indonesia, I know in Jamaica it's very different, with crypto and stuff. But what I was basically saying, it feels like every time you go to a different country, the narrative is slightly different, and the projects that they
Oh
push.
yeah. So basically, what's interesting about Indonesian crypto adoption? I would say in Indonesia there is a higher percentage crypto adoption in terms of people buy that buy crypto on centralized exchanges. However, I would say like the culture in in East Asia. This is for Korea, right? Korea and Indonesia. I don't know about other Asian countries, but I'm assuming it's quite similar. There's this kind of like obsession with centralized exchange, hyper leverage, degen. So like yeah, they love like, and I think that's a reflection of I can't lie, like a failing economy. It's interesting because like I found like in
Yeah,
East Asia they do degen, but it's not me. It's not that they don't do meme degen, but there's particularly a huge popularity for extreme hyper leverage trading.
that
Um,
makes sense because the power of the currency is not the same as the dollar, right? So they're gonna
hmm,
want to have hyper leverage because that's sort of their mentality, right? That's interesting, very very interesting. I think yeah, and it's funny that it's actually on centralized exchanges as well. Maybe they don't care, know the difference, etc. Right?
no,
And that's basically futures and stuff like that, right?
yeah, yeah.
Interesting, interesting.
Koreans centralized exchange degeneracy on hyper leverage is mad. But Indonesia is also pretty mad. Like it's hard for a lot of Indonesians to look into the future. There's a lot of people still struggling on a day-to-day basis. So they're really trying
Yeah,
to make quick cash.
yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. And another thing that we looked at that was super interesting when you look at cryptos in different currencies, bro. The
Oh
percentage gains.
yeah. When you compare like Bitcoin to the Turkish lira and shit.
Yeah, the Turkish lira. Yeah, that was probably one of the most craziest things because then you can actually understand when you're from that country and you can trade in that currency. The percentage gains completely different
Yeah.
because it's
I
compared to
remember
the asset.
yeah, like I remember comparing BTC like in the Nigerian currency and look before we hit all-time highs against the dollar and against the pound this year,
Yeah,
we were all-time high against other currencies way before,
yeah,
just because those currencies fell.
no, it's true. It's true. But yeah, I think
Yo,
that
Are you
those
are,
are
are you
those
in
are
contact with
definitely.
Michael or not?
Sorry.
Are you in contact with him or not?
I put it out into the group here. He said he basically acknowledged that he's coming in. He should be coming in shortly. Should be within the next 5 minutes or so. Because he said he should be jumping in half an hour. So yeah, it should be shortly.
Mm,
Yeah, because what they've got going on there, they have the panel that they're doing now. So what he typically do is the interviews after the panel. It seems like it's run over from when it should have been. So yeah, that's what's going on. For everyone here listening, that's the scoop. Panels are going on. One panels are finished, and Mike will be jumping in. Um, But yeah, crypto is super duper interesting. It's like you know, when you put, we just mixed like foreign exchange with like crypto, like the value of the currencies and the percentage differences in different regions and stuff like that. And do you feel like there's a huge space for like stock stuff like indexes and grouped buying tokens in groups and things like that that you might see coming into play? Because I've seen a lot of stuff like that, and you know, there's a lot of platforms as well that I feel like are doing stock and crypto paired type things, and I think it gets kind of interesting. And the whole thing is, you know, can we beat the S&P 500?
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting is whether whether there is some kind of global official index like the Bitcoin and Ethereum index. I've heard talks about, so like a Bitcoin and ETF
Yeah,
spot ETF where it's like 50%
yeah,
Bitcoin or 50% ETH, right?
yeah,
These kind of indexes, or like a basket of crypto funds. Um, I think inevitably some will be approved. I don't know if it'll be this market cycle.
There we
I don't know
go.
if this market cycle
We finally
will
made
be
it.
just. Oh, he's here. He's here. He's here. He's here.
hey, what's
Let's
up,
hand it
Mike?
over.
I am here. I am here. I am at Crypto Mondays at ECC
You've
in
had a day
Belgium.
and a half, eh?
We are here. Oh, mate, I have had a crazy day.
Yeah.
Crazy day. I'm just gonna go and find a little spot to interview people. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I've actually got a legend here right now. Oh my god. So guys, so I'm doing a live webinar that I do after every Crypto Mondays in London.
Crypto Monday.
Right
Hey,
now.
what's up, man?
Original founders of Crypto Mondays. This is Josh. I think you met him before. Right. You met him in London. And
Luke Kerner in New York. We started in January 2018. So it's been 6.5 years.
wow. Yeah, man, I had to make it. I had to. There was no way I wasn't gonna make it. If I was in the city, and I was literally last week.
Big Crypto Mondays, London twice.
Oh, we need to get you back.
Yeah, I will definitely be back.
It was hitting.
Right now, Lisbon's in the lead in Europe. I've been there 6 times.
You heard that, guys. Lisbon is in the lead. We need to do something better in the UK. We need to make it a bit bigger, a bit louder. So we'll do something. Right, I'm gonna pop it here, and we're gonna get some people to do some interviews. So basically, what we do is every Crypto Mondays, I bring this little gizmo, and all we do is we pop it there, and we record live content that can then be chopped up for Instagram, and then we also have it there going on the live stream for anyone that wanted to be part of the live stream and ask anybody any questions. I would love to ask you some questions on this, if you don't mind. Let me just get the camera. I'm struggling with the camera again. Uh-oh. No, that's zooming. We don't want to zoom. 1, 2.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Touch the screen, Mike. Touch it.
There we go. Got it. No, it's tracking me now.
Thanks.
Okay, so if I get you there,
Okay, I can do that.
Keish, it's doing that tracking thingy.
Tap it. Just tap it, and it'll
There we
reset.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, that will be recorded. Okay, cool. So please introduce yourself once again for our fantastic
Luke
audience.
Kerner, founder of Crypto Mondays.
Okay, perfect. And what made you even want to start Crypto Mondays?
So I had been a Meetup shareholder for a long time.
Okay.
And,
Oh,
I
wow.
would meet with the CEO. He kept on saying, "When are you going to start a meetup? When are you going to start a meetup?" I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I started my first meetup a long time ago, and I started several meetups by the time I got into crypto. And a couple months after I got into crypto in 2017, I got an email from a bar restaurant saying, "Hey, you do meetups. We're a bar restaurant. If you want to do a meetup on a Monday, we'd be happy to host you for free."
Oh,
And I thought about it 2 seconds, and I wrote him back, said, "Thanks for your kind offer. But what I'd really like is 10% of the bar and every Monday till the end of time." And
wow.
they said, "Great, what can you start?"
They said they agreed to that deal straight away.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it ended up being this sick place in the meatpacking district in New York called Bagatelle. That's
Wow.
world famous. They're in Saint Tropez and all over the world. Monte Carlo. They're famous for if you go there for brunch on Saturday or Sunday, you leave rent.
Wow. Okay. So, like, in terms of Crypto Mondays, like, what's the most people that you've heard of attended one single Crypto Mondays?
So we had 600 people at Crypto Mondays NFT NYC for a fireside chat with Andrew Yang.
Wow.
That was fun.
600 people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's set a new bar. I thought you were gonna say like 150, 200, but 600. That's
Yeah.
basically like
It's a nice crowd. We had more than 500 at Crypto Mondays East Denver this year. But in all sincerity, well, obviously, bigger numbers are fun. I've been to this Crypto Monday Brussels, my 35th city that I've done been at Crypto Mondays. I went to my 25th was Crypto Mondays Phoenix, and I went and there were 15 people, and it was the 5th one they had held. And I went up to some guy and said, "Hey, is this your first Crypto Mondays?" He said, "No." He said, "About 6 months ago, I went to Crypto Monday Milan."
oh wow.
And I've been at that one. And long story short, he's now COO of my company.
Oh
So
wow.
you never know, right? Even at a 15-person Crypto Monday, it can change your life.
That is, see, this is what we always push for. Like for me and a lot of my team that I work with, like we all come from an events background, and we've realized there's just a magic of events that doesn't happen online. Like yes, online is great,
Exactly.
but
There's a serendipity that just doesn't happen.
yeah, you just don't get that same human connection. And thank you very much. Thank you. And you just don't get that same human connection. And like when it comes to like in-person meets, I think when humans gather together, just the magic happens. Like and you see and you feel it in football events, basketball events, you see it in sports. And I think one of the things that's important is for people to remember to, yes, build things online. Yes, it's important to build things online, but to move them offline. Because that's where for the last 100,000 years of human civilization, we've done business from meeting people.
Yeah,
face to face.
IRL's not going away.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the question, right? How do you optimize? IRL too, particularly now. I think we're really becoming more transient. More. I'm a nomad, and so I love Crypto Mondays because wherever I am, I'm with my community.
No, nice. So, what would you actually? Before I go to my next question, being as you mentioned, like IRL events aren't going anywhere. There was a period of time when IRL events did go somewhere. So, how did you manage that? And like, what was that like to have this like multi-global event that's happening in places all around the world, and then all of a sudden people can't meet anymore? How did you manage that? What does that feel like?
Sure. So look, I mean, I'm a big. I'm a stoic. So the stuff I can change, and I focus on that stuff I can't change. I wasn't going to change.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So we actually moved Crypto Mondays to VR.
Oh, logical.
Yeah, exactly. And it was great. I mean, the unfortunate part about it was, like for me, in between, it's a spectrum, right? So, on one end, you have IRL. I think maybe at the other end of like IRL is Zoom.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a very flat, we all know what Zoom is, right?
Yeah.
And I really, for me, VR is closer to IRL than it is to Zoom.
Fair enough. So, final question: what's next for Crypto Mondays? What's like the big next dream for Crypto Mondays?
The dream and challenge has always been, it's been a super successful decentralized entity.
Definitely.
And the dream is that we can make the whole worth more than the sum of the parts. And the sum of the parts are awesome, but I think we can. The opportunity is there, and we just have to figure it out.
Well, from me, the Blockchain Sensei team, Crypto Mondays London, thank you ever so much for starting what you started. It's made a massive impact. You've onboarded tons of people, and you've made crypto a little bit less scary.
Thank you for all you guys do. You guys crush it in London.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Brilliant, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Very cool. You're good.
Thank you very much. Thank you, bro. Okay, so I think that's a pretty high bar that I've set there. Like,
Yeah. Who's next, Mike?
like I'm kind of feeling like I don't need to go next. I'm kind of feeling like there's nowhere else I can go. Like anyone I bring next just isn't gonna be the founder of Crypto Mondays.
Well, maybe some of the
Like-
speakers today were interesting, no?
Yeah, let me see if we can find a speaker. You guys carry on. I'll see if we can find a speaker.
Okay, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Wow, that was interesting. The founder of Crypto Mondays just rocked up, eh?
Big ups to him. So we got a YouTube comment. This says, well, this from 15 minutes ago. So do you guys actually think crypto has a use case? Because it's been 16 years and still not one single use case. So let me address this. If anybody
Go
think that crypto doesn't have use case. So first of all, understand that the blockchain has use case outside of currency. I'm going to say that again. The blockchain has many use cases outside of financial transactions, okay, including but not limited to storing data and decentralizing CPU and GPU power, right? So data storage, decentralizing CPU and GPU computer power, and the entire idea that of a blockchain system where anyone within reason, as in within a technological within a technological spec, can be part of the blockchain, right? And then in terms of use cases, absolute use case, I think it's very, very important that we have the ability to store some of our wealth on chain, the freedom to be able to transact. Let's just put aside Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think it's very important for people to understand that stablecoins saved a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
So again, stablecoins literally financially saved hundreds of thousands and continues to fund a multi-billion-dollar ecosystem that you might not be aware of, but millions of people around the world transact in USDC and USDT, which is very important for such individuals because they find it difficult or there's some kind of barrier for them to get a bank account. And then USDT and USDC make it easy for anybody in the world to be the recipient of at least a stable currency. Furthermore, a lot of so it's opened up more trade, and a lot of people in poorer countries have made entire livings of play to earn gaming, basically earning free crypto for playing games. They make more money playing games than you know, maybe doing some kind of minimum wage labor in their country.
Also, can I add
crypto is
something as well?
also legal tender in El Salvador and other jurisdictions.
Yeah, another thing to add is, there's 1.4 billion people unbanked, and they don't have a bank account, and there is a huge need for the ability to transact value. Off the back of that, with traditional banking systems, it's been very difficult for people because it's not just digital, but also physical infrastructure is in place, and it's difficult to be in place in certain regions. Also, the access to a mobile phone is a thing that needs to increase, but there's more mobile phone adoption than anything. And if you're looking at an area or being able to operate in multiple jurisdictions to transact currencies across border extremely quickly, there is no better solution other than crypto. You can get it done within a matter of 5 minutes to 20 minutes max in terms of wait time. And if someone, even just that's just like looking at the less fortunate and people that are in a less fortunate position, but even rich people, extremely wealthy people, it becomes very difficult to wire multiple millions of dollars. You have to get it approved by the bank, etc., because the bank has your money. They're trading with your money. You don't own it. and you're not sitting on that and managing it yourself, right? So as soon as your money's in your bank, it's their money. Do you understand? So it's a huge shift, and there are definitely a ton of use cases. And yeah, 100% data and infrastructure for data is very huge. If you look at, Gatwick Airport, for example, they're using it to track and trace flights. Heathrow Airport, same thing. Walmart are using blockchain technology to track and trace their produce. If you look at the hospital system, they have difficulty with communicating and sharing medical records across different hospitals in different areas. And then they're also using systems that are outdated and that don't actually work together. There's a huge amount of problems in the space, and blockchain technology, more than just crypto, it's more so about blockchain technology solving a lot of that. And yeah, if you look at early use cases of blockchain technology, like the Walmart and whatnot, but also one of the original use cases, which is 30 plus years old, I believe, was the tracking and tracing of diamonds out of Congo, to make sure that there's no blood diamonds, right? And if you look at those diamonds, they have ingrained in them QR codes and things that allow it to be tracked and traced on the blockchain, so you can understand the full life cycle of where it's been, where it's transported, who's audited it, whose hands it's gone through, who approved it, and all of those pieces and information. So yeah, there's lots of use cases. It's not something that's new, and it's something that's been there for extremely long time. And 30 plus years it's been out. And blockchain technology is an accumulation of a lot of different technologies merged together to create these models that we have for what we call decentralization and decentralized systems. So yeah, it's a very interesting time that we're in now, where there's a big shift, right? If you're looking at the financial industry, for example, a lot of the companies and stocks and etc., their books are not actually true, right? But if everything's on a blockchain, then you can actually understand and track and trace everything extremely well. So you can actually see the true value of a company and what in terms of the transactions that they've done, or the amount of wallets that they have on their platform, for example. So there's a huge amount of transparency that is also a completely new thing, that we haven't had this level of transparency as well. And I think there's lots of use cases and narratives, etc., and ways that we've found that is extremely useful. So do some research and deep dive into that to answer that question. But yeah, I know Mike will be joining us shortly, but are there any questions? Let me just have a look in the chat. Elias, you're welcome, no problem. Just seeing your comment now. Got Hive Mapper. Okay. We'll got Alex dropping some gems out here. So right there, build a decentralized global map. Boom. There you go. Many different use cases, right? Yeah, there you go. So yeah, lots of really cool stuff to delve into. And I think there's always going to be new tech, and always going to be tech building on top of it, on top of other tech and etc. It's always going to have that tech narrative. But I think yeah, in order to bridge global adoption, we need to have a big amount of focus on building out things that are sustainable, that are engaging, and that can create really strong communities. And I think that's the key behind unlocking the doors of this whole thing about global adoption and everyone using crypto. We have stuff like RWA, which we've been speaking about, which is another behind the scenes mover, because you're paying your bills or you're doing whatnot, and whoever's doing that isn't thinking about what's happening in the background or anything. They're just making sure that they're getting their bills covered or whatever it may be. But on the back end, there's quite a lot of blockchain technologies that are being implemented into pretty large enterprises, and basically medium to large enterprises. And yeah, it's very interesting because there's a lot of them actually looking at that as well. So very, very interesting and excited to see where things go. And I think, yeah, those are some important points, I would say, to narratives and why there's value in this space. And yeah, and then of course financial gain, right, which is another huge part. But yeah, I don't know if Ninja's back here, or Michael.
Yeah, I'm here.
How's it going?
Yeah, good man,
Yeah,
good
good man.
man. I was hoping to hear more. I can't lie. I'm sure everybody here is waiting on. You know what I mean? Was waiting on more
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
man.
No, it's all good, man. I'm sure Michael, he might bring 3. You never know. I tell a joke now, but watch how he comes with 3 people.
Oh, let's see. Thank you, Ken.
Much appreciated, Ken. Many blessings.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Thank you.
guys. See you later.
Cheers. Sweet. So yeah, Brussels, man, Brussels.
I have a quick question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm kind of newbie to everything like investments in crypto and stuff. Is there any book that you can recommend that I can learn tokenomics or something like that?
The Bitcoin white paper.
The Bitcoin white paper.
Yeah. It will give you an understanding of like the inception or early stages of crypto and why blockchain technology was created. It's like a very interesting use case, and it will give you an understanding of the narrative behind Bitcoin a little bit more and why that has been so powerful. And I think it will get the cogs turning a little bit. So I would suggest to read that just to begin with to get a bit of an overview. So yeah.
Okay.
Cheers. Let me see if I can actually find a proper one to send you. Peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Yeah. Let's have a look here. Boom. Yeah, that is the one. Yeah. No, this one's been edited. Hold on.
Any updates?
There you go.
Usually he be back in time. Like,
Mike, he's in the crowd, man. He's a crowd surfer, bro. I sent the link in the chat here. Mike's a crowd surfer, man. You can't stop that guy crowd surfing. No worries at all. So yeah. Ninja, what was the first thing that made you come across crypto and Web3 and stuff like that?
I mean, I used to use PayPal before I used
Okay.
Bitcoin. And then I like the idea. Like I used to literally save some money in PayPal. Not that like it gave me any interest yield or whatever, but I like that. I've always liked splitting up my money, even
Yeah,
when I was a kid. So I saw crypto as like a diversification of my wealth. And
yeah.
that's kind of I understood the idea of alternative digital currency. I wasn't sure if Bitcoin was going to work in 2015, but
Yeah.
by 2019, I think that was when I was just like, oh, this is going to absolutely work for sure. This asset is undervalued in the long term for absolutely sure. Think about, yeah, you back?
I'm back. I'm back. We have our next guest coming through. Let me just
Amazing.
line this up. This needs to go here.
Mike's a one-man production studio.
My beer out the way.
That's why it took so long, eh? When in Brussels.
Hey,
Regenerate.
Okay, he's gone. He's coming back. He's back. He's gone. Uh, what's up? What's going on?
You're doing well, Creator Quiche.
Pushing. Unpredictable, Mike.
Don't you just love it? Are you still? Is this still live?
Yes, we are live. Yes, correct.
Do you not think you may want to kill the live stream and edit the video?
Well, fine. We got it recorded. We'll put out actual edited video later, so it's fine. This is just for the live. So yeah, it's all good. Thank you.
It's incredible. When Mike was in Dubai, the interviews were pretty cool as well. But
Oh yeah, man.
chaotic. But
I'm
he met
telling you.
some amazing people over there, right?
Yeah, man. As always, man. We're always really talking to a lot of incredible people.
okay,
A lot of...
guys, I was just doing an interview and realized it was on mute.
Oh my God, Mike! And your camera wasn't on.
Now
We have
the
one.
camera's on. We've got a blooper reel.
But not.
Okay, let's do that all over again. Same energy. What's your name and where you from?
Hey guys, Clement here, community programs lead at Definity Foundation.
Boom. So I see that you're from Internet Computer, aka ICP. Our community has definitely heard of ICP because we know a guy in London doing absolute bits with music and ICP. Community, do you remember his name? It's Barry.
That's
Barry, big shouts out to Barry. He's been putting ICP on the map in London. We're
Yeah.
going to be talking alongside him at Black Tech Day very next week, I think that is. But yeah, big shouts to Barry. So Clemens, what do you do with ICP?
So you can do a lot of stuff with ACP, like Barry's doing music licensing and a lot of cool stuff around that. What I specifically do and contribute to the ecosystem is working on community programs, basically, of different size, shapes, and forms. We are a neat team of global adoption. So like you heard earlier today about ICP Hubs network, right? That helps a lot where the community for the regions to bring awareness to the to the regions where community not as strong as it is in London, right? Or in the UK in general. Circling speaking, we got a lot of ICP OGs in there, right? A lot of strong projects building. So pretty excited that we're here in Brussels and there's a name drop of Barry.
So yeah, yeah, big time. So for yourself, like, what's the one thing that you say why someone should pay more attention to ICP?
Depends on who you are, right? I think the narratives that are popping right now is centralized AI and multi-chain, right? Interoperability and all that thrill. So we play in that tune pretty well without even trying hard, to be honest, because of the architecture design and so on. So yeah, I think there's definitely something for everyone. If you see it from the perspective, like maybe not NFTs in traditional sense. Yeah. I'll be honest. Probably not NFTs in traditional sense.
All the rest is there.
Yeah. But again, since we've got infrastructure for cross-chain asset swap that is secure and that does not require the bridge, you can imagine like even NFTs being like brought into this omni-chain dimension.
Yeah, someone's gonna do it.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you very much, Thomas. I will definitely be in touch. Blockchain Sensei will definitely be in touch. And we look forward to seeing you again and working with you again soon.
Cool. I appreciate your time.
We'll tell Barry that we saw you.
Thank you.
Pleasure, bro.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we got one more. One more.
Cool. All right, Mike.
Let me see if I can go grab him.
Cool.
We got him. Okay.
What?
Perfect.
Want to know?
So, give a rundown of how this works. We have our recording here, which will then be chopped up into little reels on Instagram, TikTok,
Okay.
YouTube Shorts, so on and so forth. We'll then give you that content, and you can put it out on your platforms and say, "Oh, I was at Crypto Mondays," and then vice versa. We'll then, once you've approved it, we'll share it out.
Okay.
However, this is a live stream of our members community called Blockchain Sensei. These are all people that we're educating and doing lessons with them on just the basics of blockchain. Some of them are students, some of them are angel investors from like the property space. It's a wide range of people. So, first question that we like to ask everybody is, who are you and where you from?
Cool. My name is Emilio. I'm the head of global adoption at Definity Foundation. Definity is the non-profit organization that launched and is a major contributor of the Internet Protocol blockchain. I am Italian.
Go ahead. Milan?
From Milan.
Go ahead.
And AC.
Oh, you're an AC guy. Okay.
But now I don't follow as much as I used to.
Fair enough.
I'm actually based in Zurich,
where
our HQ is. I lead the global adoption team, which is on top of the ICP Hubs program and other affiliates program that runs together.
Nice. So,
other than that, my team and I, we also take care of some selective BD operation and partnership, and in general, advising leadership on the business.
Okay. So, for an absolute normie, let's say I have to explain what ICP is to my grandma, or I have to explain what ICP is to my taxi driver. How would you best explain what ICP is and what it can do for someone?
Well, for people that have a very basic knowledge of blockchain, the Internet Computer is a major layer 1 blockchain, generalistic layer 1 blockchain. The reason why it's called Internet Computer is because it has features that really resemble the ones people use normally on the internet. And differently from other blockchain, the Internet Computer provide the computation. Blockchain is hosted on an independent sovereign network of nodes, providers, and those machines, they actually provide the necessary computation for the network.
So it's literally in the name. It's literally
the Internet in
Computer.
The name. What you read is actually what it is.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, this is a pretty basic explanation, which I think is good for like.
Depends on the audience, right? Yeah, perfect. So my next question is, what's next for ICP? Like in 2025, where is ICP going to be? What kind of projects are they working on? What can we expect to see from ICP?
Sure. So there's few major things going on at the moment. AI, it's very big.
Yeah.
The Internet Computer is probably the only network that can host AI model directly on smart contract.
Okay, interesting.
If you follow the founder, Dominic Williams,
You get that,
on
guys?
X, try to find the real one because there's a lot of imposters out there. Anyway, it's dom.icp. Like on a monthly, bi-monthly base, he releases videos that actually show amazing capabilities of the Internet Computer Smart Contract when it comes to AI.
Okay.
A smart contract was recognizing the difference between a Lamborghini and a Fiat 500 not so long ago.
Oh wow.
And this is crazy. Like the Internet Computer is really at the forefront when it comes to AI on blockchain, real AI.
And we always say that like AI and blockchain are like yin and yang. Like they can't really live without each other because you need the blockchain to provide the provenance and the proof, and then you need the AI to kind of be the ultimate front end that everybody loves and uses, and to pull in that data.
There's a strong opportunity for cross-pollination between this two ecosystems. They will probably become the same thing one day.
Okay.
But again, in the blockchain space, AI is a little bit of a badge that many want to teach, on the uniform.
Yeah.
In few cases, it's not, of course.
Yeah.
In one case, which is the computer, you have an actual capability of the blockchain of hosting models.
Okay, nice.
In the smartphone.
So my final question, this one's for the community and the people that see this on YouTube, Instagram, wherever they see it. If I'm a developer, if I'm a founder, what kind of support can I get from ICP?
Well, that leads to the second major vertical also for the future of the Internet Computer. That is the ICP Hubs network, which is a very, very large and established network of builders and catalysts around the world, touches more than or about 40 countries at the moment.
Wow.
It's really a bottom-up operation, and this is where you can easily plug in, get the support, exchange value, get education, volunteer,
wow,
get to know the technology better. For advanced profile, enter the ranks of the incubation cohort that we're running around the world. So that's definitely what I would recommend.
Okay.
Proximity matter. So hubs in your area, like it's different. Web3 differs from Web2 because it's a little bit less of this uniform global thing.
Yeah.
And the local aspect is popping up again strongly.
So it's whoever creates a fire, you guys will support the fire.
Whoever creates
the fire, whoever creates that momentum and that noise.
Yes,
ICP comes in and goes
in a certain way. Foundation and ICP Hubs, like we need to enable things to happen rather than pushing for things to happen, which we have found is a more conducive way of growth and adoption in general. Third thing, very big, also go on our website and explore everything related to chain fusion, which is the Internet Computer proposition for interoperability. Very strong technological proposition. It's a mix of direct integrations with different blockchains and other very important technological features, which I'm not going to explain now. But yeah, that's very, very important for devs that works like in the DeFi space or other, but it's important to port asset here and there and have a connection that are more secure than traditional bridges and all stuff related to that, speed and UX and so on and so forth. So these are the three
elements,
major elements going on, which I will feel like I mentioned.
Okay, 2025 looks very big. So you guys got a lot going on. We like it. We like it. Okay, brilliant. So where can people find you on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn? What
Very easily. LinkedIn, just on my name and surname, Emilio Canessa, Canessa. And same on Twitter, on X, at Canessa Emilio, Canessa Emilio. You find a little kind of, NFT with my with my face on it. That's me.
That's the real one.
That's the real one.
Okay. No NFT, no picture of his face.
Yeah.
Don't follow.
And either follow to ICP Hubs on X and Definity as well. This is where you get the latest updates on whatever, technology, hackathons, conference, where we go, events, projects, KOLs, and whatever else.
Oh, amazing. So, audience, make sure you watch out. Some ICP and Blockchain Sensei stuff coming your way very, very soon. And obviously, we couldn't do this without the help and support and the amazing platform that Crypto Mondays provides.
Thanks very much for Mondays, and thanks everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much, buddy.
Cheers. Thank you.
All right, cool.
Amazing.
You well. Yeah, nice and smooth. Thank you. Thank you very much, buddy.
Yes, Mike. I think that wraps it up. We got the dojo coming up, right?
Yeah.
You're muted. You just muted yourself.
Yeah, that's me. I'm on the dojo in what, 10 minutes?
Okay, cool, amazing. You're able to cover that one, yeah?
Yeah. I'm on it.
Okay, amazing.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. See you soon.
No worries, guys. See you in a bit.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
guys. See you in a bit.
Take care.